5 levels in the first pathway, which I did. There was a speech about researching. Now, what is research? Now, I do research because I am a trainer by profession. However, researching and giving a speech is not something I've done on statistics and understanding details. And I started waking up at 5 a.m. You know, in the COVID, you had all the things to do at home. Your housework, your baby, taking care, working, everything happened. And I started waking up at 5 a.m. reading Robin Sharma book or following. So I spoke about 5 a.m. club in my session, in my speech, researching and presenting. And guess what happened? Well accepted speech, one of the Toastmaster started WhatsApping me, let me meet you at 5 a.m. So this girl Neha met me at Heritage Park in Powai, 5 a.m. We are in lockdown, tying our mask, started walking together. And the first day she told me, there is something about you. I felt better. You know, that thing started getting better and better in me. Level 3. Now what happens when you move to level 3 of innovative planning pathway? Here, challenges started coming. How do you address difficult audience? Now, by the time the level 3 happened, the COVID disappeared. We were into a hybrid mode of training and meetings, and I started going back. Now, again, you know, after a long time, when you're giving speech in front of people, it's not that easy, but we did it some way or the other. I did it and I made it. Now, what I started doing is every training program, which was new to me, which was my profession, I started connecting it to my pathways. And this was like a guinea pig. This was like a place to experiment for me. It was like an epic place for me to be and actually present myself. And what did I do? So I had a training on conflict to collaboration. Now, I have never done conflict resolution as a workshop. My audience is a senior level manager and I have to face them. So I got it into my speech, presented, and asked people to ask me difficult questions. So here I am addressing questions by some seniors, seasoned Toastmasters, and you learn to handle difficult audience. That was level 3. There was a time I also learned how to present a proposal. So, spending a decade in China, there was something we would do called as English corners. So, how can you actually present a proposal on English corners in India? And how can we make people speak more English, the language that they are scared of? So, that was again learning on presenting proposal. With all these 3 levels that I did, there's something I really learned. How do you start your speech? I was never a good writer, but I started writing. And when I started writing, I would not stop. I would love to sit in the midnight, write and write and write. It was about me. And it was not only about me, it was about you. Because every speech I learned was about connecting me to you, to the audience. And that's what I learned, which also helped me professionally and personally, building rapport with people around me. Another thing, an element that I added in my speech by the time I reached level 4 was repetition, ending with repetition. The repetition can be of all the learnings I did and saying to you, there is something about me. Level 4. Now, when I moved to level 4, as a trainer, I had speeches on inspiring audience. Now, how do you inspire people? Yeah, it's a part of my job, but how do you do that? So I took a break. I got bored of Toastmasters in between. I took 2 breaks. I took a break post-COVID because the sessions were happening online. So my speeches of got over are getting over almost in a span of 5 years instead of a year or a 2 year because of the breaks. Why did I take this break? There are times you get bored. There are times you think it's monotonous. There are times you don't want to work on Friday evening. But you have to try. With all these breaks, my mentor, Nikhil Salvi, really encouraged me, helped me. Not only Nikhil, Balbir, Gurunath, Neil, all of these people who have been seasoned have been encouraging and being part of my pathway journey. So that's how level 4 happened. I learned to speak inspiring audience and spoke about LinkedIn challenge, how LinkedIn helped me to motivate and move ahead in my career overall. Level 5, speaking professionally. I think you heard that speech just 2 weeks ago where I was not prepared. Me, from reading to learning one word by word, I started doing speeches without any kind of preparation, and that's what I've done today as well. It was not easy, in spite of being a trainer or whatever you say. But I started speaking my heart, which really helped to connect with the people. That was innovative planning. Some of the goals I take ahead in my future journey as a Toastmaster would be getting more imbibed with leadership skills. So the next pathway I'm looking forward would be team building and leadership so that I move ahead and everybody around me starts saying, there is something about you.
Ami.
Thank you.
Wow.